Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. Another fun day in paradise coming our way. Cheers to all of you from around the world who watch this program every day, 5 days a week. Thank you. A stink bids save lives. Mm, mm, mm. Truer words were never spoken. Watching all kinds of activity is as usual. Some of it obscure, some of it right in our face, and everything in between. I kind of wonder. I kind of wonder if investors, um, and I'm not sure about all investors, but I bet you there's a certain number of investors out there that are just feeling right now exactly like the guy in that movie, Ghostbusters. You may remember this is a little scene in Ghostbusters. I believe is it Dr. Venkman, which is the Bill Murray character. He was conducting an experiment with two students. He had the cute college girl and he had the nerdy college guy, and he gave them each $5 to take this experimental little thing. And he would hold up a card. He'd hold up a card like this, and he'd look at the girl, and he'd say, "What's the what? There's a design on this. What is it?" And she'd say, "Oh, it's like a circle." And he'd go, "Can you see this?" And she'd go, "No, I can't." He said, "That's exactly what it is." And he put it down. Then he'd take the next one up, and it would be a square. And he'd say to the young man, "Okay, what do you think I'm holding here? What's the design on this piece of paper?" And he'd go, "It's kind of like a square." And he'd go, "Ooh, no, no, sorry, no, not." And he'd put it down. He wouldn't show him the actual thing. Then he'd show them whatever it wasn't. It wasn't what he guessed, and he'd zap them with with a zapper electroshock hit, and he'd go, and then he'd go back to the girl and he'd ask her. She'd get it right every time, even though she wasn't even close. And he's talking her up, and then go back to him, and he gets it wrong each and every time. Even when he guessed correctly, he had it wrong. And he said, "I don't understand what this point of this test is." And he goes, "The test is to measure the reaction to deep negative thoughts, blah blah blah." He said, "I'll tell you what the effect is. It's pissing me off." He said, "You can keep the $5. I will, mister," because he didn't have the $5 on him anyway. He was broke. And then the kid leaves, and now he hits up the gal. I think a lot of you folks are out there, and a lot of America, a lot of Canada, and a lot of Europe. We are that guy. we are that guy, and we're PO'd, and we're upset at a lot of different things. And I think that one of the things that people are upset about is that they're trying to get by, trying to provide for their household, with families, children, wives, themselves, trying to get through university, trying to get that degree. A lot of hardworking men and women out there trying to become fully qualified to be doctors, lawyers, electricians, plumbers, you name it. Everyone's going for their certification. I can't even say it. We're all out there doing what we have to do. And we get the impression that the world isn't treating us fairly on our efforts. And one of the ways we feel underserviced is perhaps in our political situation. We're not seeing stuff get done we'd like to see get done. And stuff like the economy. We're looking at markets that are going higher when they should be going lower, or not going up high enough when they are going higher. We're seeing higher interest rates, higher costs for goods and services, and we're not the problem. We're not the ones creating inflation. We didn't charge 25% more for our services over the last 3 years in a row. We're just trying to get through the mess of COVID. We're just trying to survive this virus. We're just trying to survive the economic slowdown from the virus. The fact that we had to work from home, or we had to work with people who were working from home, and we had to adjust our lives. We're not getting rewarded for this. We're doing, we think, the right thing, and we're not getting rewarded for the right thing. We're getting zapped, getting these little shocks, and it's upsetting us. It's making us angry. And the Venkmans out there have these sly little smiles on their faces and these smart-ass remarks that dig at us or talk down to us and make us feel inferior. And their attention is elsewhere and not on our needs, but somewhere else. And it's self-gratification for these people. And it's upsetting us. The world is an angry place right now. And there you have it. We're seeing many, many examples of it in the media, but we also see it in our private lives. And more and more of people we know, people we love in some cases, family and dear friends and co-workers and, people we've known all our lives. More and more of these folks are either upsetting us, are not coming to the party to work hard and pull their weight. And we have people out there who are just out and out lying to us, and we know they're lying to us. We know it. We don't want to call them out because we don't want to embarrass them, but they won't stop. They won't stop lying, and they're daring us to call them liars so they can, yell at us again. It's unbelievable how many times we have to turn the other cheek before we've had enough. I kind of wonder about that. This market is lying to us. The stock market is lying to us right now. The Dow Jones is up 257 points right now at 32,129. And a lot of us are sitting here going, that's not correct. That's not where this market really should be right now. This market is fibbing to us. It got as high as 36,952. That was the all-time high of the Dow Jones, 36,952. It's at 32,120 right now. So it's 5,800 points away from the high, which is a long ways to go. I mean, it's not like we're going to get there today, but it's moving higher. And there are economists out there who are saying one thing, and then there are other economists saying another, and then there are all these promoters for Wall Street telling us what they want us to believe. And I see companies come out with reports, economic results that say, in reality, the result is we just earned half as much as we earned a year ago. That's how much money we made. We made money. We made half the amount of money we made a year ago. And Wall Street is saying to us, this company exceeded expectations. It's a strong buy. We love these guys. And I'm sitting back going, this does not compute in my book. This doesn't work. You can't have all of Wall Street telling all of us that all is well and there's nothing to worry about, even though these guys are only making half the money they made last year. And on top of that, they will refuse to tell us how they're going to do in the current quarter that we're in. And they're not going to give us ideas on how they're doing next year. They're just not interested in giving us forecasts. I don't buy that. I don't accept that. That is no good. When you've got good news to give me, you're happy to give it to me. You're happy to shove it down my throat. You've got an IPO coming. You're telling me that this company that's being sold to the public at $40 a share, that was originally supposed to go out at 25 a share, has now been priced up to mid 40s. You're saying that, this is worth $100 a share the minute it starts trading, even though they won't make money for 2 years. They got 2 more years of losses before they turn the corner. But with this IPO, we're giving them enough money to really get to the promised land. And I'm supposed to pay 300 times as much as it's worth, or triple its value, or whatever that ratio is. It's out of control. It's out of mind. And you're telling me all the great things they're going to do when they don't make money, that someday they will. And now today, you won't tell me what Apple's going to do next quarter. You're not going to tell me what you think Intel will do. You're not going to tell me what Amazon's going to do. You're not giving me forward guidance. All of a sudden, you guys can't do that. There's something wrong here. You're upsetting us. You're zapping us with this little zzz, zzz. You're pissing us off. We're not giving you the $5. We don't want, you keep the $5. We don't want any of this. You're making us angry, Venkman. You're making us very angry, and you're frustrating the hell out of us because we deserve better. It's our money, it's our money that we're using in this market. It's not your money, it's our money. And you guys are having a field day with good times. So we see way too many reports, way too many videos of the highfalutin Wall Street guys living it up at the Hamptons in the summertime, loving life at the Kentucky Derby when they fly in on their private jets and out again. They go to the Super Bowl. They're the ones who can afford the $5,000 and $10,000 seats, and they're not sitting in seats. They're in corporate boxes that run $100,000, $250,000, $500,000. They're the ones dropping cash like there's no problem because it's not their money. It's your money. And they're having a wonderful time with your money, and they never tell you to get out. They never tell you to sell. They never tell you to do anything, and they just rake it in. It's pissing us off. And sooner or later, there'll come a point in time where that game won't fly anymore. They'll say the same thing they said last week, this week, and next week, and no one is taking them seriously anymore because they know you guys are lying to us. You guys are fibbing. You're trying to pick up the cute girl over here, and you're not dealing with us correctly at all. You're giving us the gears, and we're not interested anymore. As I speak, however, the Dow is up 325 points. And I say, fine, if that's what you want to do, okay. Because why would I have that attitude, even though I'm upset, or I'm upset for you? Because you're getting richer. If this market wants to go higher and there's more money in the market, there'll be more money gambling in the market, chasing hot stocks and dreams and aspirations of greatness. That means for you folks, you can sit back and go, oh man, the pickings are just getting easier and easier. The stupider these people are becoming. The dumber this market gets, the richer I get. Because what are you doing that no one else does other than the gang here? You don't know anyone else. You write stock options. You write stock options and offer options in the hot options market filled with losers and gamblers and very smart people as well, trying to guess the direction of the market. And you're going, I don't have to guess the direction of the market. I'm reacting to the direction of the market. And your attitude is simple. You want to move the market higher on me? Okay, then I'll adjust my option positions to reflect the higher move in the market. I'm a very, very easygoing guy, although I am upset. But it's okay. I can get over the being upset by you giving me a lot of your gambling money. I'll get over it. I'll find a way to get by. I'll pity you, but after I get your money, then I'll pity you because it's so bad. It's so sad to see that you gambled on all of these stocks with these call options and you all got your butts handed to you when Rugman came around and pulled the shag carpet cape out from under your feet. You shouldn't have been stepping on his cape, but you did. And now you upset him and yoink, you're gone. 229 is where we're at right now on Tesla. We're almost at $230 a share on Tesla. You know what that means? That means a whole bunch of you out there who wrote 210s and 220s and 225s and 230s. You guys can now take a good hard look at the options that you wrote to see where they're trading at now. Because when you wrote them, they were out of the money and it was all premium. How much a premium has shrunk back? What is the value of these contracts in a book value versus time value scenario? And can you now take a look at buying back your calls on Tesla, the higher it wants to go, and write new calls instead? That might be a higher strike price, $5 or $10 or $15, and down the line a little further into December, January, February, March, give it a little more time and take some money off the table. Can you buy back a Tesla call that you sold for $18? Can you buy it back for $15 and write a new one for $20? Can you make $500 a contract in your hand with a higher strike price on top of that, which could be a $5 or $10 move? That's another $500 to $1,000. In effect, I'm asking you, for every Tesla contract you're rolling over, Could you add between $1,000 and $2,000 of wealth to your account today? That's what I'm asking you to look at. That's why you got to study the option chains. This stock wants to go to 230, fine. Let it go to 230. Wants to go to 235 this morning in the first hour? Great. You don't care. You can't possibly care. You have to say to yourself, well, I got 100 shares of Tesla. They're up like $40 in the last week, or they're up $30 in the last week. They're moving up. I'm richer on the stock. The contract is working against me, but the stock's going up more than the contract is going up. And so I'm going to roll over into a higher strike price. This is what it's all about. We have answers to these dilemmas here. If there's a mirage being played on us by Wall Street that says everything's fine, there's no problem here. I'm Dr. Venkman, and just because you can't figure out the squiggly lines on the cards, I have a way to help you deal with it. I'm going to zap you with it. That's the solution they've got. You have your other solution. You'll just write call options and say, all right, pay me this much for my stock. Give me a contract premium right now, this much money, which is more than I just bought the contract for that I just wrote, and I'll take a higher strike price. There's $1,500 to $2,000 more in my pocket for every single contract I'm working on Tesla. So some of you out there are writing 5 of them. Some of you are writing 10. Some of you are writing 20. Great. Take $1,500 to $2,000 on each one of these contracts and add it to your wealth. GameStop, same thing. Same thing. If GameStop wants to go higher, and I don't know if it does, I'm not sure if GameStop really is going to go much higher. We're up 37 cents in the pre-market. Yeah. But we did lose yesterday, $1.45. Yeah. We gained $2 the other day. Yeah. We're not going anywhere. $25.79. That's where we are right now. I can definitely tell you that what is shrinking on GameStop are premiums on contracts, because they're running out of time. Every day, another day goes by, and that day is gone forever. And these contracts, these 26 and a quarters, 27s, they're out of the money, even with a gain of 37 cents right now. We have 19,000 traded on GameStop right now, 19,300 volume. What do you do? There's nothing going on here. There's not a lot of, anxious shorters desperate to get back into this stock. There's none of that going on. There's no short squeeze happening here. There's no evidence of a short squeeze happening at all on GameStop. So let's watch for that. You option writers are going to make nothing but money. Venkman and his pals are trying to upset you. And you know what? They're hurting themselves. That's the problem there. I did see a headline this morning, made me laugh. And then it made me shake my head in sadness because of how inaccurate the comment was. It was something like Visa set to report strong earnings, does not see a recession coming. I thought, really? Is that a quote from Visa directly, or is that a quote from analysts who are commenting on what they think Visa is saying? Because that is a stupid comment. That is ignoring reality out there. I can't believe it, but I can believe it, because we're in the make-believe bizarro world right now. There are people out there who are saying stuff that they know is bunk. They know it's garbage, and they're saying it anyway because they're cashing the check. They're shills, and they're cashing the check from these overlords who say, this is what I want you to say. And I'm looking at this going, oh, man. If this company is over leveraged on their finances for growth and they don't get it, they're going to have a bloodbath of problems. And when they have to sell stuff to cover calls and cash positions, they're going to be selling at 60 cents on the dollar, which is just going to really wipe them off the map for 5 years. You got to wonder, how dumb are these guys? No one thought, nobody, back in 2015, nobody thought that Hertz Rent-A-Car would go broke. Nobody. Because look at Hertz Rent-A-Car, locations around the world, brand name everyone knows. Every airport has a Hertz counter. They have sub-brands that they run. Detroit sells them cars for cost plus $100. I mean, they buy cars and rent them for 6 months. and then they sell them for more money than they paid for them because that's how cheap they buy cars for. These guys make money at every turn. Now, let's be fair, they spend money at every turn too. They have the highest rents you could possibly imagine at airports. They pay ridiculous state and local fees and taxes because every town, city, county, state, and country sucks the money out of rental car contracts, which is what you're paying because you're not a voter in that area. They know it. You're not a voter. So if they piss you off, they don't care because you can't vote out the local politician. And they need money. They don't want the locals to pay the taxes. They want you to pay their taxes. Well, of course, when those locals come to your hometown and rent a car, your government screws them. So it's all fine. Everyone gets screwed everywhere we go. But for Hertz, these guys had the golden goose. Everyone needs to rent a car from time to time, depending on where you go, business people and so on. They had corporate accounts. These guys don't even care what the cost of the car is. The bosses pay for it. The company's paying for it. So they just tack on all these charges. And everything was great until it wasn't. And it wasn't great when COVID broke out. Because all of a sudden, car companies are sitting around going, there's no one at the airport. There's no one in the hotel where we have another rental agency. There's no one near Disneyland right now. We have agencies all over there renting cars. We're in big trouble here. We got all these cars, and the other problem is no one wants to buy our cars because no one's going anywhere. They're all staying at home. And so what happened to Hertz? They went belly up. They went belly up. And now here we are back again. And you try and rent a car right now at anything near what it used to cost you in 2015, 16, 17 for a car. There are no deals anymore. The car prices have gone through the roof. Taxes are still through the roof. No city, no state, no county came out and said, we're going to give the car companies a break because they're really hurting right now. We're going to give the car rental agencies a break. We're going to remove or greatly reduce the taxes that renters have to pay to rent a car. They're not doing it. No, they're still nailing it for all kinds of charges. And of course, the car rental companies have a new game called you must have insurance through us. We don't care what kind of insurance you have on your own. They're playing that game. And all of a sudden, we got people getting screwed left, right, and center in the car business. It's pissing them off. It's making them mad. So what happened? We now have Turo. We have Turo car rental services where you can rent a car from a private individual and not go through Hertz or Tilden or Dollar or General or whoever you want to use. You don't have to go through those guys. You can go through private individuals and they'll deliver the car to you. I'll bring the car to the airport for you. I'll be in parking lot C, third level, parking stall 28. I'll meet you there at the car. We'll do the walk around together and give you the keys. You're on your way. That is a pretty powerful incentive for people to avoid the rental counter and the snarky attitude of those poor employees that are being whipped in the back by their managers. Upsell the customer, upsell, upsell, upsell. Nail them on that gas tank charge, nail them on that insurance, nail them. Over here, you're dealing with individuals going, I'm just happy you're renting my car from me. I got laid off at IBM. I got laid off at whatever. I can't get a job that pays me what I'm worth, but I got 3 cars and I'm making $200 a day net on these 3 cars, 7 days a week, 30 days a month. I'm making $6,000 a month on these cars. And I'm watching Uncle Bruce on the side to learn how to write call option. Smart people. People are upset. You folks here don't have to be upset. You can just be targeted and assassin-like thinkers and just pick off your targets one after the other. And these markets want to go higher for no reason. You're going to go, okay, yeah, fine. You want to move the markets higher? Great. I own deep in the money calls. They're going up in value. I own stock. I own ETFs. They're all going up in value because this market is running up. Okay, sure. Thank you very much. I'll take that gain. I and Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and all these other billionaires who have stock, and all kinds of stuff, we're all getting richer because all our portfolios are going up in value. Except for one thing, I also can roll my option positions. And I will do that. And I will keep rolling my option positions and say, you just keep letting me roll into higher strike prices. for more cash each and every time. I don't mind, because when you are tired, you run out of energy, or that young guy just so pissed off, he walks away, doesn't play the game anymore, the markets will back off. And when that happens, my contracts will collapse in value, and I'll buy them back for pennies on the dollar and write new ones again and bring in some nice cash and say, thank you, sir, may I have another? Because I've been building up my cash reserves looking for the sell-off, and when it hits, I'm a buyer, along with Warren Buffett and all the other billionaires that are buyers. They're the only buyers when the markets are at the lows, because all the regular Joes got wiped out. They all were over leveraged. They went and borrowed money through their brokerage firms, because their brokerage firms are saying, you can borrow money on stock and buy all these shares. You can do all these trades. And that's what people are doing, because they fall for this game every single time, because they think they're special. They're not. You're just one of tens of millions of saps that Wall Street has found a way to suck into the game to make you buy at highest prices of all time and come on in and buy stock that you shouldn't be touching with a 10-foot cattle prod. Because companies that celebrate, and brokerage firms that celebrate accomplishments where a corporation has just exceeded expectations and is now generating half the profits that they did a year ago, that is someone you don't want to be hanging out with. You guys are celebrating failure. I'm not here to be celebrating failure. I'm here to win. I love that movie Moneyball, where Brad Pitt comes into the baseball locker room for the Oakland A's. They just lost their 6th game in a row or something like that, and the music is playing, and the one guy's dancing on the table, and everyone's yucking it up because they're losing, and he walks in and shuts off the music. This is, why are you partying? Did you win tonight? No. Did you lose tonight? Yeah. You know what losing sounds like? This is what losing sounds like. And he just stood there and looked at him. And they were all very uncomfortable. This is what losing sounds like. And then, of course, he bashed the radio with his baseball bat and threw it across the room. And shortly after, the trades were made to make a change. Winning is winning. Losing is losing. And there are companies out there losing big time right now, and they're being touted as winners. And you can't be fooled by this. You cannot get caught in the trap of lowered expectations being met. And this is a good thing. You have got to be ruthless. Ruthless people. You've got to absolutely demand results. And so you write options, not worrying about the upside. You roll options higher if there is some movement up higher, and go, okay, your pain is going to be worse. You're going to lose even more now because you've moved the markets up. I'm moving my contracts up. I am not afraid of this. I'm more than happy to roll this up and roll this up and roll this up. I dare you bastards to go up to 37,000 on the Dow Jones. I dare you guys. There's no way that's going to happen. There's too many investors out there, and I'm not talking about mom and pops. I'm talking about the hedge funds, the heavily leveraged hedge funds who are looking at this market going, oh, please go up another 5-10%, because then we can get out from positions that we're caught on right now. Because there are a whole bunch of hedge funds that are caught up to their necks in leverage, that are trying to get out from underneath it, and they need the market to just do more. They bought in months ago. They bought in a year ago at the highs, and they thought a 5% drop, that would be it. It's a slight pullback in a slight bear market. That's not happening. And they're hoping for much better results economically from the rest of the world to let the markets go higher and higher and higher. And what they really want are lower interest rates, quantitative easing to come back. They want the Treasury to buy all the bonds so corporations can raise all kinds of money and now make money with no interest rate expenses of any significance and a cheap inflation rate. And none of that is happening or going to happen. None of it. None of it. It is all the opposite. They're totally on the wrong side of the entire wager, because they just don't want to believe that a market can go down for more than 8 seconds. They've been taught their entire school lives by their mothers and fathers that all you have to do is sit in front of the television with your little remote control And if you don't like the way the game is going, just reset it and start a new game. You'll eventually win this game. Just replay it. 8-second attention span. They can't handle bad news. And there's no way that the folks in Wall Street, there's now a majority of employees in Wall Street that are the newest employees up to mid-management. These are all video game players their entire lives. They don't want to admit it, but it's true. They played video games through high school and through college, and they graduated and they got their jobs on the floor of these firms through these outfits, and now they're into middle management. And the kids behind them are just as addicted to the games as they are, because when the markets are slow, guess what they're doing with this? They're not trading stock. They're playing video games on their telephones because the game has come to the office. And when they go to the bathroom, they play their video games in the bathroom. They have an 8-second attention span max. That's all they can possibly give you or money. That's all the attention they can give you. There's no incentive. And why should there be an incentive? They're being paid $250,000 a year to show up, $5,000 a week to show up. And then they can make $2 million a year in bonus money. And that's a team effort. It's not their own individual move. It's the team that they're part of. So if they're the worst of them, if they're the bottom quarter of the team, and they're getting $1 million bonus, and the top team members are getting $2 and $3 million bonuses, the loser is walking home with $1.25 million a year, $1.5 million a year. The loser. Is life good? Yeah, life's good. $30,000 a week. It's really good. Life is great. And what are they hoping for? A Republican sweep of the House and the Senate, so that those tax rates stay nice and low on that $1.5 million, and so that they don't have to pay for those lazy poor people who got laid off and whatever. Those are all bums. The ones under the bridge. I'm not supporting those people. I just want to support people like me who work hard. Oh, by the way, I got to go to the bathroom. Where's my phone? Yeah. You guys are taking money off the table because it's being handed to you hand over fist. And you've got to keep taking it. You can't not take this money. You have to do it. It's the price the world has to pay. They have to deal with people like you guys who are option writers who are saying, okay, you want the stock to go higher? I'll tell you what, I'll write Tesla 240s. I'll write Tesla 235 contracts. I'll write a Tesla 230. The stock's 229.69. I'll buy back my 210s or 220s, and I'll turn around and write 230s. That's all right. I'll add a month to them, and I'll go down to February. It's okay. I have time. I have all the time in the world. You guys don't. You have bonus time coming up every 13 weeks. Every quarter, you have a bonus coming up. I don't have to worry about that. I can make option money and or capital gain money, however you guys want to give it to me. You want to lift the entire ocean up 10 feet so that everyone wins? I'm in the ocean. I'm happy to go up with you. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change boats. I'm going to write different contracts as this thing goes up. Because when the water level starts to go down, I'm way up here on these calls. They're so far out of the money. It's a joke. And I'll buy them back for 15 cents on the dollar and write new ones at a lower level. I'll just go with you guys. I'm constantly taking the time premium in because that's what I've decided to live off of is the clock. I'm the clock, and I'm going to make money from the clock every day, week, and month. And it just gets larger and larger and larger and juicier and juicier and juicier. You don't have to guess where the market's going. You just have to go with the market the way it wants to go. Rightly or wrongly, the market is going up. To me, the higher the Dow goes, the bigger the correction is going to be. And it's going to be substantial. But, when it's good times, people can't hear what you're saying. I'm talking to someone at the party right now. The music is blaring, and they're just watching me do this. They're not hearing the fact that they're about to lose their butts because the party's going on, and the drinks are flowing, and it's good times. Because they buy low and they sell high, or they think they do, but they never sell. They just take fees. They take fees on increasing asset values. That's all these guys do. Is they take fees on rising levels. Yeah, they get 20% of profits, but it's not profits that they've cashed in on. It's profits of the value of your account. See, if you give an advisor $1 million and they charge you $20,000 a year to maintain your book and keep all your transactions figured out and all your tax advisory and They have their phone number and they have their website so you can watch your account all the time. And then they manage your money and they turn your money into 1.5 million, a great year. But they haven't sold anything. They're just sitting on all this stock and bonds and assets. They've done a few flips, but it's all in the market. It's all in the market. Well, at the end of the year, they're going to say, we just made you $500,000. We get 20% of the profits. So we're going to get $100,000 here out of your $500,000. But don't worry, you don't have to give me a check for $100,000. It's not a problem. We're just going to sell stock into the market every month because we get this every month, 1/12 of the gain. We'll just sell enough stock into the market and take the withdrawals. We'll just take the money out every month. So you don't get this $100,000 withdrawal in one shot. No. We're taking out $8,000 a month, $8,500. It's a snippet out of the million plus. What do you care? You gave us $1 million. It's now worth $1.2 million. We took $8,500 out. Do you give a crap? They've conditioned you not to give a crap because that's now the new normal for you. And they're saying, yeah, we're worth $1.3 million. We took another $8,500 out. Yeah, you're worth $1.1 million. We took another $8,500 out. At the end of the year, they've taken out $100,000 plus the $20,000 handling fee, which, by the way, now that handling fee at $1.5 million is now $30,000 a year because you get 2% of the value of your account, not how much you put in, what your account is worth. They don't like it when your account goes down in value because they lose on that one. They love it when it goes up. That's why you never get to sell. They never will sell you out and just leave you with cash. They'll keep you in and keep you in and keep you in, and they'll keep looking for the next hot thing. Right now, the hot thing is to find a company that makes half as much money as it did a year ago, but it's exceeding expectations. That's our hot thing right now. We're going after failure. We're looking for the best failures out there, not the worst failures. We're looking for the best ones who fail the least. That's our game. And just keep your money with us and everything will be fine. And they have trillions and trillions and trillions under management globally. And that's the name of the game. And they're going to make it next to impossible for you to go anywhere else. Because if you want to move your money to another country, they're going to report you to the federal government that you're trying to evade taxes. They want to keep the money in America where they are. They don't want you going somewhere else. You want to find another advisor across the street, they'll reluctantly let you transfer. But some of you may have noticed, even with $10,000 and $20,000 transfers, they don't go as quickly as you thought they should. For some reason, some of these firms take their sweet time moving your assets from one place to another. They're not all that motivated to do that. It's amazing how that works. They hang on to your money. It's not theirs, but they think it is. And that's the mentality. Look, we're up 339 on the Dow. We're up 14 on the S&P. And we're down 4 on NASDAQ. That's what we got right now. The economy is growing here and there, and it's exceeding expectations, or it's looking better, and all that good stuff. Great. We have an 8+% inflation rate going on. We have interest rates on mortgages over 7%. The housing market has gone into a dead stop. We haven't been given the full reports yet of the current state of the real estate market. We're only getting the full state of the real estate market from June and July right now. That's all we're being given, June and July. It takes 60 to 90 days for all the data to be sourced and processed and calculated to then be released. So we'll find out in January, February, how it's going in October and November. And I can tell you in October and November right now, I don't care where you go, you're going to find price drops on listings everywhere. If you go to any realtor's website, you go to Zillow, go wherever, you look at any neighborhood you want to look at, it's likely that you are finding a higher number of homes that are, one, for sale, number one, compared to a year ago, and number two, homes that have got price drops on them already. That's what I'm noticing. I noticed last night, being the guy that wants to go to Palm Springs, Palm Desert for the wintertime, I need to rent a condo down there. I still haven't committed to renting a condo. And I saw something yesterday I have not seen all year. I saw listings with price reductions for rentals. And they're bragging about it. Like they're going, price reduction. I'm going, yeah, this is the new normal. Get ready for this. Because anybody who wants to rent a condo right now for November and December and January, February, you just came to the market unless you were so highly priced that no one answered, no one talked to you at all. Now you've gotten with the program and you're lowering your price. But I am now seeing prices where we were a year ago, finally, on some condos. Not all, but some. But I think this is going to expand dramatically. I think there's going to be a whole bunch of condos available. And I have a suspicion that a lot of people who committed to renting a condo back in June, July for $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month this winter are changing their minds. And they're looking to get out of those deals. Some folks are going to have to walk away from some serious deposit money. But again, if a condo drops $3,000 a month in rent, and you were thinking of a 5-month agreement, that's $15,000 less. You put up $5,000 for a deposit, and you have to eat that to save 15. They'll do it. They'll save $10,000 instead of paying it. There's that. We'll see how this all works out. Thank you for joining me today. As always, you guys are great to be here. I'm glad you're here with us today. We're up 32 cents on GameStop, 25.74 on 22,000 volume. 5,500 pre-split. That's not much of a ringing endorsement, is it? Tesla's up 5.15 this morning, 496 now, 229.60 it would seem. What else is going on? We've got Google this morning sitting at 94.45, down 37 cents. Let me take a look at my old watch list over here, see what we got going on right now. Let's see what we have here. We've got Rocket Lab is up 4.9 cents. It's nice to see that. We've got SoFi up 9 to 564. We have GameStop at 25.75, up 32. We have Matterport unchanged. 23andMe is down a dime. Spire is up, looks like 6 cents right now at 129 even. Just can't seem to crack that 130 level these days. ATIP is down 2 cents at 101. We've got SmartRent at 275, no change. Sextera looks like last night it was up 3 cents to 269 a share. Apple is down $1.24 right now. They come out tonight with their numbers, 148.13. Goldman is up 206. Cisco is up 64 to 45.03. We only gained 2 cents yesterday. Tesla is up $5. Arc Innovation up $1 to 38.90. Microsoft still down 13 cents. It was down $19.34 last night. It's down 13 in the pre-market at 231 at the moment. Now we just popped up 17 cents, 231.49. Bed Bath Beyond is at 522, up 22. Pfizer 46.28, up 21 cents. HPQ is up 19 cents at 27.68. Carvana up 15 to 15.25. Twitter is up 59 cents to 53.94. Alphabet, which is Google, down 48 cents, lost $10 yesterday. And Amazon lost $4.95 yesterday, is down 172 right at the moment. They also come up with their numbers tonight. Apple and Amazon report tonight. Both are lower now in the pre-market. Both are lower. So what does that mean? I mentioned this yesterday in passing. I didn't do much of a deep dive on this info that I'm about to tell you right now. 2 years ago, American savings accounts were sitting on over $2 trillion in cash. $4 trillion in cash, excuse me. And last year it was 1.9 trillion as the economy was opening up again. And this year it's at 600 billion. So U.S. savings accounts have dropped $3.4 trillion in size in less than 24 months. And that trend is continuing right now. The folks who track this information are able to detect where this money is going and where flows are happening. And a lot of folks out there are now having to live off of their own dime. There are no government supports anymore. And the inflation hit is now eating up the 600 billion very quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if we're losing 200 million a month on that number. It'll be next to zero here very quickly. It's not looking good. Interest rates aren't helping either. This is going to slow the economy dramatically in the car market, the housing market. We already have commercial real estate. Mergers and acquisitions are going to be in trouble as well, because it's going to become extremely expensive for a buyer to take out someone else, with possibly junk bonds having to be priced at 12 to 15% interest. This is where we could be headed. Mortgages are headed for 10%. We are not done at 7.14. We're headed to 10. And that's just a guesstimate from now till February. No one has got the guts to go beyond that, because there are people who are worried it could go higher after that. If this inflation thing doesn't work out, if it just keeps coming along and embedding itself into these economies, which it is, we could have even higher mortgage rates, or we could be 10 to 12% for the next 3 years, which tells me that every mortgage issued in the last 3 years will be renewed in the next 3 years, because they have the turnover, and they'll all get recalibrated at the higher rate, keeping prices on houses much lower, because there just isn't enough cash to go around to carry, or enough cash flow to carry these new mortgage payments. I think the word on that is called yuck. We have 12 minutes left in the day. Thank you all for popping in so far. It's great that you're here. Lame Duck, I am thumbs up number 119. Thank you everyone very much on that. What else is going on here? Did like you said, Uncle Bruce, says Ricardo, I bought my 107.50 Google's covered calls back for $1.45. I sold for $4.70. Sold again. Oh, you had sold them for $4.70, bought them for $1.45. Then you sold 99s for $4.29. That expired the 16th of December. My arms are folded. Right on. There you go. Got it. Way to go. Way to go. This is called making money. Facebook is down $30. Whoa, Nick, if you shorted it, you just made $100,000 today. This stock is really getting hammered here. And it was interesting about how some folks are calling they're calling Facebook the new version of Snapchat. They're referring to it as Snapchat. They're saying that moms and grandmas are on Facebook. The kids are on TikTok. Completely shifted out. And the advertising dollars just aren't there, and on, all kinds of issues. I don't know. We'll see how this all this works out. We'll find out. In any event, we'll stay here and we'll see what's going on. Fun times today. Good morning, everybody, from Constantine. Thank you, everybody. We got a goofball here, a troll. It means my channel must be growing. I've got a troll here. Unbelievable. How about all that? Okay. What can I say? Welcome all to the channel, to the show. Great to have you here. We're going to start trading in 10 minutes. What we'll do in the meantime is we'll head on over to our comment section. We'll say goodbye to our non-members and say thank you, those of you who are members of this show, this channel, for your loyalty to the cause. You keeping me on the air. I'll tell you that. Without members, I would not be here. Thank you all, members, for supporting this channel. We're going to members only now. Please become a member today and join this great group of people yourself. We had a good show last night. We had the old live with Uncle Bruce, prime time last night, 8 o'clock. I think we covered a lot of ground last night. I think we covered a lot of good things yesterday. We were able to answer a number of pretty cool questions that people had about options and the markets and you name it. And it was a pleasure to have had everyone through there yesterday. Good morning, all of you. 132 thumbs ups are in the house. We have 9 minutes to go before we open. If any of you are able to give us a thumbs up before we start the show, before we start trading, I would appreciate that. We love to get to 200 thumbs ups every day on this channel. See if you can help us out here with a thumbs up. We need 68 more, and we'll have 200 thumbs ups in the bin. I do appreciate it as always. We are 9 minutes away from the opening. We've got a positive vibe, but I really wonder just how this is going to go. Barron's, the U.S. economy grew, but it's not as good as it looks. Overstock revenue falls 33% as active customers decline, says Barron's. We got Caterpillar reports record profits and healthy demand. Let's see. Meta stock plunges below 100, on track to wipe out more than $80 billion in market cap. This is a company, Facebook, that had been worth $1 trillion+ market cap last fall. It broke that number. It was a big deal. There was a lot of talk about it. There was a lot of people watching the stock, and it went up over $1 trillion in market cap, and now it's in the 300 million range. So it's off 70%. Not just former SPACs go down 70% in value. Even the high-flying big boys can go down that much. This is something you have to remind yourself of and have to be aware of as an option writer. If you have been writing options on Facebook last year, you still have to be writing options today. And if the shares have backed off $200 a share, you had to have made $200 or more per share in option premiums as the stock has backed off, because it didn't go straight down to where it is. It meandered its way down with gains and losses, giving option writers multiple opportunities to take money off the table again and again. In other words, more money off the table than the stock dropped. Smart option writers in hedge funds have been probably taking in $300 on a $200 loss on Facebook. That's a $100 profit over and above the losses. Smart moves, and they're still writing right now, and they will keep writing continually. If the stock wants to come back $50, they'll roll with it on rollovers. They will always be writing on the stock, and that's what you can do as well. Okay. All right, Paul, Uncle Bruce, can you talk a little bit about Google? I got about 25% exposure in it right now. You can write on Google anytime you want. Not going out of business. They're going to be around forever. But you definitely want to take advantage of deep in the money calls if you can and write against them. And if you can get some serious 20, 30% premium money on 2, 4, 6, 8-week contracts, you want to go up there. You want to take some serious money off the table to reduce your exposure and enhance your returns. Do not be afraid of the movement of the stock. Take advantage of it. Credit Savage, what Facebook never understood is that sometimes you don't want to see the same 20 people over and over and be flooded with ads. TikTok truly gives you the world. I learned things from China, Brazil, and Japan. Interesting. Constant, if you want to sell a security at a loss and buy the same or a substantially identical security within 30 calendar days before or after the sale, it's a wash sale. You won't be able to take the loss of that security on your current return. What else is going on here? Let's see. What else? Woke? Yeah, I'm woke to making money. Susan Shops about Michael. We hurt badly, lost millions in 09-10 with margins managed by experts, Bank of America, Wealth Advisors, and Merrill Lynch. When stocks crashed, robo margin calls triggered. All stocks were sold off. Yeah, there were people who were in this position. Some folks lost 5,000, which is all they had. Others lost 50. Some lost hundreds. Some lost millions. It was across the board. It didn't matter who you voted for, who you supported politically, what your thoughts were on any issues. Everyone lost money on that market. And option writers, few and far between, did very well because, again, most people don't think like option writers think. They think about buying low and selling high. And there are those who get greedy and leverage the crap out of themselves and look for a big score. And they hear someone else did it, so they want to do it. And you get any kind of a pullback and you get wiped out. And this is the price you pay if you're over leveraged on an upside move. Your best bet is write calls and get richer that way and build a base. Absolutely. All righty. GameStop, Constantine. GameStop. What's going to happen with GameStop? We're going to watch the old GameStop. We've got 4 minutes left to go before we start trading, and we're at 25.80 on GameStop right now. Going nowhere quickly at the moment. Volume 25,000 shares in the pre-market. Not a lot happening here. Okay. Yeah, Susan Shops About says margin accounts work until they don't. Today's algos manage the stock market. When the crash comes, it's a disaster. DQ Susan About we only use it for the day trade, buyback, and write again for money. Constantine, I wrote December 16, 26.25s for 315 yesterday. I looked in my account today, and now my cost is 231. Interesting. Michael, if you're not using any margin, there's no margin call. Paul Rodriguez, honestly, I just wanted to ask you about the P multiple for Google. Is it high? Is this a good time to buy? That's the question on Google. Uh, we're not sure if Google has hit its lows yet. We're at 94.31 at the moment in the pre-market. We have a PE multiple right now of 19.08. That is average. That is not cheap, but that's not incredibly expensive. The question, though, is in the next 3 or 6 months, will Google's numbers improve or continue to deteriorate? I'm thinking the latter. I think that the earnings per share will still slip, not maybe catastrophically, but they're not going to go higher in any great extent. So it's possible that the PE multiple going forward might be in the 20s, 24s, 25s. It doesn't hold me back from buying into this if I were to do anything with this. If I were a trader, I'd be looking at this going, well, I can buy the stock at 94 and write calls against it. But what I could probably do, and I'd have to really check this out on the option chain, is could I buy the 90-10% rule contracts? Can I get call options on Google that are down the road into 2024, 2025, where I don't pay more than 90% at least time value is at least 90%. I don't pay more than 10% time value. Can I get that kind of a contract? The 90-10 rule that I keep talking about in my classes. If you can buy a contract on Google for, say, $3,000 that adheres to the 90-10 rule, and then you can write calls between $5 and $8 each against those calls that only have a life of 2 months or so or less, that is a good move to make. That is a very good move to make. Even if the shares drift a little lower, it's all right. You'll buy back those calls for pennies on the dollar and rewrite new ones again and again and again. After the third or fourth write, you've probably got more than half of all your money out of these calls already, if not 3/4. Any kind of recovery a year from now, you'll be able to enjoy it. And if the recovery is, say, to 110, great. Your calls are now $40, $45 each. You're up 50% on those. You've made a killing on the options you've written against it, and you're doing very, very well. So there you go. That's the opportunity here. What else is going on? Susan Shops About. I learned how these crooks work, the markets, and how options work by listening to Bruce and taking his classes. Nice word. Thank you. Now, even though I know Uncle Bruce loves poor man covered calls, you need to have a margin account for that. So since I don't want to ever be in margin, I don't do covered calls. It's okay. You don't have to if you don't want to. I understand. You can do it any way you're comfortable with. This is the beauty of writing options. You can write options on stock you own. You can write options on stock you've margined. You can write options on poor man covered calls you own, but you have to have a margin account on it to qualify to do it. That's it. You don't have to take margin. You don't have to borrow any money from anybody, but you have to have a margin account in order to do poor man covered calls. It's up to you whether you want to go there or not. It's okay. It's okay. Deep value investing. I'm thinking of running some in the money calls on Spider today, like you suggested, Bruce. Didn't I suggest that? Alberto, because of the wash sale rule now 231 instead of 315. DQ, Nazareth, nothing wrong with that. Some accounts can't have margin anyway, like a 401k. Boo. Nazareth, I agree. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I need to take a tax loss on ME. I will be dumping it today, shares and options both. Well, you do what you got to do, Nick, for your taxes. DQ, wake up. Larry, where are you? There he is. He's hit the bells. Thanks, Larry. We're up and running. Thank you, Larry. We're running now. I don't remember having a margin account for Ameritrade, says Odin's Pumpkin. I don't know either. All right, we're up and running. Let's see what the market is going to do here. Let's follow this this whole thingy, see what we got going on here. Let's get that over there and get that over there and do this over there. I got all kinds of stuff to do here. double check my big ass iPad and get it up and running properly. All righty, here we go. Here we go. I've got the Dow, I think, up 392. I think we've got. Let's see if we get this to work. Here we go. We're up 17 on S&P. We're up 15 and a half on the Nasdaq right now. Okay, and Uncle Bruce, what should I do now? Roll into something higher and cover my loss with a wash trade? I don't think you have to do anything regarding your position. If you've written calls at 3 something and you're keep an eye on your GameStop. What are we at right now? 25.97, 26.07. They're out of the money. You don't have to do anything. From a tax perspective, I can't answer these questions. I don't answer tax questions. I'm not a tax guy. I'm from Canada. You are in America. You have your tax rules there on how you have to handle gains, losses, day trading, and all that. That's your business there. And this is why you talk to your firms, the firms you use, or look at their frequently asked questions if they have answers to that. But you make your money selling calls here and buying them back down here. That is the name of the game here. And on GameStop, we're up 55 cents right now to 25.97. That's it. There's not a lot going on here that's got me all worried about GameStop. We're not going anywhere, I don't think. And so the odds of the shares going lower, I think, are much higher than going higher. But that's my personal opinion. If they want to go higher, you'll buy the calls back and write new ones. If they want to go lower, you'll buy your calls back for way less and write new ones again. But the tax angle, you've got to check with your person, your tax person, whoever that is, HR Block, the brokerage firm. I don't know who you use and how you do it. Susan Nazareth, I'm with you, writing on what I own and building up SoFi stock and waiting for Bruce to say time to write covered calls on SoFi. I own a few contracts on HPQ and waiting market crash to buy others. Sean and Wendy, Uncle Bruce, Twitter will be delisted tomorrow. What happens if you have options on it? I honestly don't know. I don't have the answer to that one. You may want to contact your brokerage company. They may be closed out at book value, and if they're out of the money, they'll probably die worthless. This is a guess, though. I don't have the answer. It's a guess. Alberto, Constantine, roll it. Take the profit off the table. Sell my house. I have not been on Facebook for over a year. I can't take the anger and the censorship. All the social media apps, they package all the content for you and take out things. Susan, folks holding cash after crash will have opportunity of a lifetime. Alberto, rewrite on the pop. There you go. Splair, class number 2. Uncle Bruce already mentioned he is only the best friend of your tax advisor, but not that he is our tax man. There it is. I can't be your tax guy. I just can't do that. You have to have your town, county, state, country figured out, whether you're in Germany, the UK, the Netherlands, the US, Canada, anywhere. This is your baby, not my baby. I'm commenting on the markets in plain English as best I can. We're up 389 on the Dow right now. That I can tell you. Gowdy, do Rugman and Taxman know each other? Alberto, Tio, do you have a one-on-one? Do you have one-on-ones for taxes? I'm just joking. My apologies, Constantine. I wasn't specific, not asking about taxes. My 315 contract went down to 231. So maybe the best thing is to roll into something to cover that loss. I don't know how you're losing money. If you've written and sold a call for 315 and it's now worth 231, you're ahead. You've made money. Constantine, are you sure you're telling me exactly where you're at with this one here? I am confused right now. Swear, it wasn't probably exactly those words, but in that direction because we get capital gains. Constantine, have you written calls? What did you write them for? And what are they trading at now? I have to think that whatever calls you wrote are up in value right now because the stock is up in value. GameStop is $26 a share, up 58 cents. 26.25s have got to be higher right now in value. They can't have gone down if the stock went up 53 cents since the opening. So help me here. Help me. His previous losses, Alberto, DQ. Alberto, it'll cost you $400 to find out. That's right. Yeah, send me 400 American dollars, book a one-on-one with me, ask me a tax question, I'll give you the answer, and then we can hang out for 59 minutes to talk about whatever else you want to talk about. I love shows like that. I love one-on-ones like that. It's always good to visit with you guys. If that's what you want to do, deep value. Is it bad that the Nasdaq isn't keeping up? It's reality. And it might be that the Nasdaq is truly reflecting what's going on, and the rest of the market isn't. It's not that there's something wrong with Nasdaq. It might be there's something right with Nasdaq. That could be it. Swear. By the way, it is. Is it possible that when I get more good trades on first trade, my margin balance is getting higher as well? I don't understand. Don't know how that works, my friend. I'm not sure what you're doing. Alberto DQ. I love when Uncle gets worked up, so we don't use taxes or delist. Laughing my ass off here. Constantine. Yes, I wrote though. They're 48% down because of that wash sale. Okay. I still don't. I don't. You either make money or you're losing money on your trades. Forget the taxes. You're either making money or you're losing money at the top end. You said yesterday that you bought back calls and you made money on them, but you could have made a lot more. Did you write new calls? I told you to. I suggested you should be always writing, as did others. Did you write new calls? What did you get for those? What are they at right now? I don't. You could be down $2,200 right now. You could be, because if you sold them at this price and they're trading at this price, the difference is $2,200. But of course, on the reverse side of things, if you have if you bought deep in the money calls to do the option writing against, those have gone up in value because the stock is up 41 cents right now. Those are higher in value. So you made money on the poor man covered call, the calls that you're long, and you've lost money on the calls you're short. I bet you're ahead of the curve right now. But after tax and all this stuff, don't ask me that question. I can't help you there. I can't help you there. I'm just talking about gross dollars and cents, actual trades of the actual entity that you're dealing with. Where are you at, man? Splair, this is a great one-on-one offer. There you go. Oscar, Black Friday, DQ. But Twitter is getting delisted. It's a real thing, you know. Alberto, I wish I had good luck. I wish I had a good buyback. I'd send them the $400 just for the heck of it. DQ, Constantine, you are overthinking the wash sale. Splair, I'm doing nothing special. Only clicked on it that I want a margin account because it's needed for the special option strategies like Butterfly, Condor, some others. So I accepted it. Okay. DQ, constantly ignore the wash sale stuff until tax time. Let your tax man figure it out for you. Alberto, my next donation will be for a one-on-one, just to stare at each other. He has to record it, so it'll be hilarious. He'll record it. We'll just be going for an hour. It's going to be great. Splair, since then, I have next to my cash balance a $6,000 to $7,000 margin depot. What's that deposit? And it looks like it gets higher when the margin buying power, when more cash is available. Richard, so since we're talking taxes here, let's talk taxes. And that's okay. I get what he's saying. He sold a call, then bought it back for a loss. Now he wrote new calls at the same strike and date that resulted in a wash sale. I think so. DQ Alberto, that is actually a good use of time. Learning hour to cross the arms and sit quietly. That's very good training. Alberto, okay. I just split up coffee again. Damn it, clean up time. Thanks, Uncle. Oh, Alberto, what can I mean, however you want to spend the hours, fine with me. I'm there for you, buddy. DQ, seriously. Michael, Bruce, will you do my taxes, please? Oh my gosh. We're up 400 on the Dow. Why? I have no idea. Is there a good reason for it? Nope. The S&P is up 5 points. No confirmation of this. NASDAQ is down 50. No confirmation of that down move whatsoever. This is 2 days in a row now. We're not getting an across-the-board gain. The VIX is up 0.11 at 27.39. Oil at 89.21, up $1.30 right now. All right. We'll see what's going on. We did have a rate hike today. The Federal Reserve of Europe, the ECB, 450 million people over there, 23 countries raised their rates 3/4 of a percentage point, as expected, and it's gone up. And they're talking about another one next month again, as expected. Don't think the Fed isn't going to raise their rates. Why would the Fed not raise rates 3/4 of a point if the ECB is? Because what the ECB sees is worse than what America is looking at. And America is not going to back off this gas pedal. It's going to raise rates. There is no doubt about it. So much fun here. Susan shops about. I had a wash sale on GameStop a year or so ago. Yikes. Sold, then bought at a lower price the same day equals wash sale. So my buyback was at my highest price, not lower. Was told to ignore it and give to the accountant. Nick, what the heck is going on here? Constantine, I wrote, like you said, 16 December 2625 for $3.15. I wake up this morning and my account shows that I sold this call at $2.31. The value now is $3.27. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. If you got a confirmation of your sale from yesterday's trading, it should be on your account. You should be able to see the proceeds you brought in. This should make economic sense. I think I am just going to keep my mouth shut, says Constantine. No. He's smiling. DQ, Constantine, there should be an option on your account to show the adjusted cost basis. That might be your answer. Constantine, I called them and they said it's because of that wash sale. Fair enough. But again, it probably doesn't show the actual money situation. It shows an after-tax situation, which is theoretical because you're not done trading for the year. You're going to be selling and buying and selling and buying. We're not done yet. So this isn't locked in, I think. Again, I'm not a tax guy. Karen, I ignore the wash sale too. Splair, at least GameStop goes on with dropping almost there where we were yesterday. We're at $25.69, only up 26 cents. Touchgrass, he didn't stink it. Bobby, is there a discount for a one-on-one chess game? No, that's $600 because I don't like playing chess. So you got to pay $200 more. Send me the money right now. Send me the money. DQ, I'm going to some brokerages.
It might be a short game.
Yeah, it won't last long. Some brokerages default to showing the cost basis adjusted by the wash sale. And that might be the problem with the situation. Constantine, I don't know what to tell you for sure. Some of these folks have very good points here. They go through the same thing you go through. Money is money, and the trades are the trades. And what the taxes are taxes. And that's why you have an accountant. Alberto, Bobby, I am laughing. What that ever is. Michael Bruce will take the money, we'll just tip the queen over. He'll just. I concede. I'm going to the bathroom now. I'll be back in 58 minutes. Where's my phone? I got to play something. You want to play chess for an hour? $600. You want to talk about your investments? $400 an hour. You want to ask me what my you want to talk to Jennifer for an hour off camera? $1,000. What do you think? You want to? Would you do it for $1,000? You'd sit there and you could talk to them for an hour off camera. $1,000.
That's that old saying that if we're going to negotiate a price, then I guess we've decided that you really are a. I'm pimping her out. That's what I'm. Hey, you want to have a good time with Jennifer for an hour? Yeah. We've already decided that that's a fact. Now you're just negotiating.
We're negotiating. That's all we're just doing. Sit down, have a seat. We're negotiating.
I'm not in on this conversation.
Hey, I'm just trying to make a buck here. Oh man, Cindy, DQ, you were right on that. It has happened to me. Boo. Constant may need to change brokerages. Constantine may need to change. Cindy B, I'm number 152 on the thumbs up. Splitter. So when I send you a PlayStation, $600, we can play Ghostbusters while talking about my DEPOT, or is it only possible with chess? There you go, DQ. How much to get Jen on camera? I don't know. Here you go. Okay. There you go. There she's on camera right now. That was free. That's just a taste of what you can get. Splair, and is Jen sitting there, or is it only a hand sitting there? Alberto, Splair, that sounds like a great hour. Coyote, the bargaining phase. Susan shops about. Constantine, save all your paperwork. You will be okay.
Oh yeah.
Just continue trading, or
Very
if nervous,
good.
trade
Very
on
good.
other stocks and leave this one alone. Blair, DQ, probably 5,000 or more to get her on camera. Alex, DQ, more money than you can imagine. Nazareth, Uncle Bruce is just trying to make enough money to take Jen to a steak dinner. It's for her, really. You see there, you see right through me, Gaudy. If you have to ask, you can't afford it, DQ. Matthew, Queen's Gambit, DQ, new meaning for talk to the hand. Here we go, Sean and Wendy. Auntie Jen, get double. Splair,
Right.
Alberto. Yeah, it would be worthwhile for both. So Splair.
Well, all we have to do is have another get together when we're down south.
That's true.
Though we've had our single encounters with people.
We've seen people one-on-one.
We have.
Although Splair has never met Auntie Jen. He and I met on our own in
right.
Amsterdam, but Alex and I met with Jennifer and Wing Commander. We met in Munich.
Yes.
The three of us had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's just been great.
It's always fun.
Always a good time. Love it. Love it. Love it. And then, of course, we had our get together in Ontario last year. That was a good time. And we'll have to see how we do it this time. Yeah, I think this time, if I do reserve the balcony for
patio,
the patio balcony there for steakhouse, Outback Steakhouse in Ontario, California, I'm going to put an order in with those guys. I'm going to give them an order for stuff because I felt so guilty when we left after our session. They gave me the bill. It was like $70.
It's nothing.
It was ridiculous. We left.
Tipped well.
We left a higher tip than the amount just to say thank you. But we really, the restaurant didn't make any money off of us. We're sitting out there having a wonderful time. December the 14th.
The wait staff got
December 10th.
Well, so.
Well, the wait staff was happy with the manager and the owners. They didn't make any money. I'll do the best we can. Okay, what's going on here? Let's go. What do we got here?
It's a windy day out today.
Oh, okay. Alberta, wait a minute. An hour, and we can do as we please. I'm sending Uncle a blunt. I'm going to send him a blunt. What an hour that would be. It's not learning how to play bridge. I'm learning how to play bridge. Splair, DQ, pay for talk to the hand. Splair, Alberto, probably a comedy hour instead of a stonk hour. Alberto, cousin, what's your average on GameStop? Nazareth, Alberto, have you ever done a one-on-one on weed? Alberto, I became a zombie, so we would be staring at each other for an hour. No communication. Richard, December the 11th is when we got together back in Ontario. Alberto, Nazareth, no way, I'm laughing. Constantine, Alberto, I'm writing poor man covered calls. DQ, I can't wait until the DEA arrests Alberto for this stunt. They're gonna do a SWAT at his house. Bruce is gonna be sitting there, and I'm gonna watch Berto be taken away by the cops.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can mail items in Canada or if that's
I don't think
the
so.
purview of the government and the government.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend any of you try to mail me anything from the USA of that nature.
No,
That's not a good idea. No, that would come right back to you. There'd be a knock on your door pretty quick.
You can't take it across the border. No.
DQ, I can't wait until the DEA arrests Alberto. Okay, Constantine. Oh, that's something I don't do. Beach Boys. So if I send a plane ticket, can I have a one-on-one here?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, Splair. Man, you need then to get
these deals. It's probably cheaper.
Splair saying, man, you need then to get sativa instead of indica, letting the funny vibes in. I don't know what this means.
Those are the two types of cannabis.
Somebody knows. I don't know. Matthew, I am really good at solitaire. Any takers? We can play solitaire for an hour. Oh my goodness.
One gives you energy and one puts you in the couch.
Ooh. I've had one session of all the sessions I've had where the individual was not themselves. They were
under the influence.
They were in a very good mood, but they made no sense.
I think he felt that you made no sense as well.
It was a male, and he was so happy that we were together, and he just loved everything I did, and couldn't stop thanking me about how much I've
Helped him.
changed his life. But we really couldn't go into deep market discussions. We just weren't able to go there.
He had what do they say? It's one toke over the line.
Yeah.
He had done a couple of tokes over
whatever was influencing his bloodstream was more than necessary, and unfortunately interfered with our ability to communicate at the same level. But one of us was having a really good time, and the other one was having a good time. One of us got paid to do what he did, and the other one was having a great time being there. But it was the only time I've met this individual on a
Still enjoyable.
Yeah, but 99.99% of all the other one-on-ones have varied from laugh fests, yuck fests, to deep discussions.
Very detailed.
And some are somewhat emotional because they go deep under the surface as to what's happening out there in some people's lives.
Yeah.
And I'm more than happy to take all comers as to what we need to talk about and how we need to do what we need to do. And if I in any way am able to make life better for somebody, I'm a happy guy. I'm a thrilled, happy person, because there's no better feeling than to say goodbyes and then to reflect after that session about the good that we were able to get accomplished. There's nothing that is the best. It is a real motivator for me. Anyway.
I'm always happy with the number of women that speak with me.
Women, yes. Yeah. A high number of gals seek me out.
Yeah.
They would like to talk to this gentleman one-on-one in
financial feminism.
Financial feminism is alive and well, and I'm happy to help the gals out big time.
It's good at it.
It's a big deal for me. I have a daughter who's 34. I got a wife who's 39. Don't ask me how that works. But it's unbelievable.
It's a time warp. Huh?
It's a time warp. It was a flux capacitor thing.
Time warp.
What can I say?
So bagel.
Oh yes, bagel for sure.
We have a Chinook going outside.
Oh, good. We need one.
We're 5 degrees warmer already than we were supposed to be the high for today.
Whew.
But we have a 60-kilometer wind.
It's 42 out right now Fahrenheit. We're going up to 48 today, and that will help melt off the last of the snow.
Yeah, the last of the
Tomorrow 52, Saturday 50, Sunday 53 degrees. We're only 20 degrees away from where we were 2 weeks ago.
And they're pushing the snow out. It's now going to snow November 1st instead of Halloween.
Yes, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, snow.
One of those years where you can stay out for a long time and wear your costume.
Oh boy.
Without a parka over it.
Next week, Thursday, the high will be 29, the low 16 Fahrenheit with snow. And that's the kind of snow that doesn't melt.
That's what happens when the Chinook goes away.
Dang. Well, hopefully that'll be readjusted.
We'll get back to seasonal temperatures.
Maybe we'll get back a nice little warm streak. We love them there, Chinooks. We sure do.
So what do you want for Thursday morning?
I am thinking
Thursday.
I'm thinking cheese whiz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheese whiz.
Yeah. How about cheese whiz? Yeah. Thank you so much, Auntie Jen. We haven't got the price out of her yet. How much to talk to the hand for an hour? We haven't got that yet. I'm not sure she's even thinking about it, to be honest. Matthew, I'm really good at solitaire. Any takers? JR, come on down to Black Angus, Uncle Bruce. My band will serenade you and Jen, and then we can talk options over margarita. What a deal. Boo, Rugman waking up. JR, or go outside for Alberto's Blunt. Nazareth, Splair, let's go for a hybrid, a sleepy one eye open. Coyote, Uncle Bruce, you can say my name. It's okay. Nazareth, one toke over the cuckoo's nest. I think it's an official term. Olivia, that's one expensive toke session, laughing out loud. Alberto, I'm joking, familia. I don't smoke like that, but I would do it if Tio was willing to share the one-on-one to his members. Susan shops about RIP RIP options over a fancy martini, and my husband and I will come over with Uncle Bruce and Jen. Splair, that's why I avoid them at the pharmacy. Coyote, not to be sentimental, Bruce, but you've made many people's lives better, I believe. Thank you. Beach Boy getting the Omicron vaccine today. Famous last words. Way to go, buddy. Olivia, gal power. Yes, indeed. Coyote, I am trying to do the math on this. 36, 39. Guys, I'm scared. Senior E, Herb mentality. Alberto, Coyote, your Excel spreadsheet advice. Unbelievable as to how I manage my trades now. Oh yeah. TJ, Coyote, you are correct. Susan shops about, not RIP. JRP on that. Martini, laugh out loud. My iPad has mind of its own typing. Splair and Uncle Bruce, for real, someone paid you $400 while being completely baked. For that individual, I recommend CBD. It's great for working stuff. At least I remember most of your option explanation. It was unbelievable. Deuce, Uncle Brewski, Jen is going to slap you, selling her for $1,000. I'm renting her. I'm not selling her. It's a rental. Isn't she worth more? Here comes the doghouse. I would know. I've been there plenty. It's just a rental. 8 hours a day, $8,000 a day. I could lay back and let her do all the work. That'd be great. Beach Boy, Alberto, what spreadsheet? Deuce, number 159, thumbs up here. Susan, no snow here in Florida, just 85 degrees. What's happening at ATIP, says Deuce Caboose, asks Deuce Caboose. Rugman here asks deep value. Alberto, Beach Boy, Coyote told me to start a spreadsheet with sells and buys. I'm organized now. Coyote, Alberto, that is the way. Alberto says, I will try to share it on Discord for those wanting to use it. Excel spreadsheet. Triple G, okay. So I bought to close at 47, that $6 SoFi call that I sold yesterday at 58. I bought back to close. $11 on my first play selling calls ever. I made $11 selling my first ever call option overnight. There you go. There's a start right there. Not bad on a $6 contract. 548 is where we're at right now on SoFi, down 6 cents. The Dow is up 303. We were up 400 at one point. Amazon is down 405. Netflix down 172 to 296.90. Tesla is up 24 cents at 224.88. Apple down 307. GameStop down 12 cents to 25.25 actually. We're down 17 now. The low of GameStop is 25.21, kind of around here. The high 26.26. We've had a $1 5-cent move on GameStop from low to high. We're at the low now. That is the story. Constantine, just having you to ask questions, Uncle Bruce, and keeps my sanity clear. Right on. Coyote, Alberto, tracking it helped me too. It made me gain confidence that I'm good at this, seeing it all laid out in front of me. I get giddy updating it daily. Spicy, the GameStop is dropping. Amy, J, AJ, Alberto, I'd like to see the spreadsheet as well. Senior Esteban, thanks. Alberto, I'll share it in a little bit. Coyote, Triple G, welcome to the party, pal. Coyote, I shorted my first stock yesterday. Felt good, man. Deep value, how can we trade crude oil? It's never down. TJ, congrats, Triple G. The ball is a rolling now. Here we go. AJ, Alberto, thanks. I'm not sure where to get the Discord, though. Amy, send me a private email. Here's my email address right here. Send me a private email and say, Bruce, include me into the Discord. What'll happen is I will send you a link, an email forward to Beach Boy, and then Beach Boy will give you the coordinates for the Discord. That's how I've been doing it, and Beach Boy's been really good about it. So there you go. There's that link is down below. If you don't see it now, the link is down below in my description. Just expand the description, and you'll see my email link. Okay, everybody. Let's see, Alberto. So the spreadsheet 30-day average shows a 29% profit, while my 401k managed by professionals is at an 8% yearly profit. So 29% in 30 days versus 8% for the year. Uncle, you have changed many lives. JR, I made a spreadsheet too. Helps me track my gains and see my net profit since I can factor in the commission and fees. It is great. Karen, I know many people use their own spreadsheet, but Fidelity seems to have various reports I can use with the same info. AJ, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Got it. Okay, fantastic, Amy. We'll get you looked after I've done the show. We'll get you linked in. GameStop, 25.28, down 14, 15 cents right now. The hand giveth, the hand hitteth, the hand hitteth. The hand giveth and the hand hitteth. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Jennifer, Auntie Jen. I appreciate this.
You should see the sunrise.
You should see the sunrise.
It is a cotton candy morning.
It's a beautiful thing.
Light pinks and light blues.
Ooh, light pinks and light blues.
It's lovely.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, well, enjoy the chewing, everybody.
It's a good time. They were saying, I can't believe you're selling Auntie Jen for $1,000. I said, I'm not selling her, I'm renting her.
Oh, okay.
It's my property.
There you go. I feel so much better now. Yeah.
See how happy I make her?
We'll discuss the chattel list later.
I was saying to everybody, if I can rent you out for 8 hours, that's $8,000.
There you go.
I can relax and put my feet up for a while. I mean, this is great. I haven't seen any donations yet for $1,000.
No.
So.
Yeah, there you go.
And I don't have a commitment from Jen that she'd do it either. So
There's that.
there's that. Thank you, Auntie Jen. Oh boy. The hand abuses. There she is. Good morning, Auntie. You need to charge for renter's insurance. Splair, you used the wrong word for only a talk. We're up 300 on the Dow right now. GameStop down 11 cents. There we go. We're down 7 on S&P. We're down 125 on NASDAQ. Here it is. Careful, Uncle Bruce. Remember Yoko. They'll do it. Franz, Bagel Gang, what is a down target for Google for a great stink bid or to sell a put? That I can't answer at the moment. JR, we got a forearm too. Woo-hoo! Deep value. I want Rugman. We're down 119 on the NASDAQ. Oil is up 111 right now. That's it. $25.47 on GameStop. So 548 down 6. Keep an eye on this crazy market. Mixed bag. A mixed bag market. David, my December 16 GameStop calls just entered the $2-something bid range. Bring them on down. I'm crossing my arms for that profit. This morning at 26.26, they were higher. Now they're lower. 25.42. Down we go. Well, we'll see how this plays out. Nice going, David. Cross your arms. Make money doing nothing. Deep value. Smart man. Smart man. Cross your arms and let the profits roll in. There goes my phone. It just dropped like a rock. We're up 395 on the Dow again. We're back up to 400 on the Dow. Zzz, up we go. I don't know why, but it is. I have no good news to give you that would justify 400-point up move in the Dow. None. Zip. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Question from Splair TV. Anybody recommending a buyback on a GameStop call with $150 gain? And then right maybe tomorrow or on Monday, a new one. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, nah, not for the money. I can offer some nice camels and sheep. This is how it's done over here in our neighborhood. You know, anti-gen for some camels and sheep. Coyote, any news? S&P jumped to Coyote. Market has such a short-term memory sometimes. It's goofy. The market is goofy right now. It is wild and wacky. 25.54 on GameStop. We're up 12 cents. It's goofy. Bizarro world. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Amazon down 273. Tonight come the earnings. Apple down 230. They come up with numbers tonight. Netflix is higher. Tesla's higher. Not by much, but they're higher. Mm-mm-mm. SoFi's at 550. HPQ up 34, 27.82. Boeing having a good day, 141.50. Cisco up a quarter. Home Depot up 88. Royal Caribbean up 40 cents. Costco down $2. Walmart down 42 cents. Nvidia up 4.35. Disney up $1.30. Mixed market here. A mixed market for sure. A 372 gain on the Dow now. 3.6 gain on S&P and a 79-point drop on NASDAQ. Okay? Okay. Oh, we got a lovely toasted sesame seed bagel here. Ooh, a cheese whiz on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, boy. 25.44 on GameStop. Mm. Mm. Okay, JR, got a good question here. Uncle Bruce, I got a poor man covered call on HBQ. The call is trading at 266 and it's a $25 strike. All right. It's in the money. The only way I can roll out and maintain a credit is to roll out in time, but still, I'm going to still be in the money. I won't be out of the money. Is that the way to do it? This is a strike 25. So let me take a look if I can here on my big ass iPad. Let's see if this is going to work with me here. Okay. 27.66 is where it's trading at right now. That's the stock, 27.66. A $25 call is 266 in the money. Okay, that's what JR is telling us right now. Okay. Okay, so now let me take a look at options. Okay, move forward. I'm going to assume that they are expiring this Friday. I'm just going to make that assumption. It really doesn't matter, but I'm just guessing that your 25s are going to expire this Friday. It's possible that they're November contracts, but then again, they're not. I'm showing contracts in November. These are $25 contracts that are trading around in the threes, 330, maybe, maybe not. I'm trying to find out what call could you write to make more, to bring in more cash, and could you move up in the strike ladder at all? Is that possible? You might need to go to December. Let me take a peek at December's here. December 16s. The 25s are 320 to 340. So they're carrying a premium. If you were able to sell them for 330, you'd be bringing in about 70 cents more premium for the same strike price. If you wrote 26s, you'd gain $1 on the premium on the strike price. And you'd get about maybe 260, 65 for those, which would be about what you'd pay to buy these. It would be like a break even on the contract value, but a $1 gain on the strike price, $100 a contract. That's December 16. If we go further forward, right here, January, a 25 is still only going to get you about 370. A 26 will get you about $2.90 to $3. That might be the contract right there. That might be it. A 27 for January the 20th expiry, that's $2 higher. You could offer it for $274. The offer's $275. You offered a $274 stink offer. If you could get out at $274, buy these back at $266, you have a slight gain, but you've moved up $2 a contract, $200 a contract for no cost going into January. If you wrote a 26, you'd gain $1 on the strike price, and you might get $3, $3.05, which is a 40-cent gain, $40 a contract, more cash. And time is what you're going to have to give up. Yes, no question about it. The contract, if it's expiring now, like if it's expiring this Friday, next Friday, the Friday after, and it's trading around this 266 range, 270 range, because the stock's 27.73, that is purely at book value. What you want to get is to try to write a contract that is out of the money or closer to, writing 26s or 27s instead of writing 25s, and bringing in additional cash if possible. But you might have to go out to December or January to pull off. In the meantime, let's consider something else. You bought deep in the money, a deep in the money call. That's how you're writing the call you wrote. You bought a deep in the money call. I don't know what you paid for it, but I do know this, that last week, these shares weren't at 27.77. They were lower than where they are now. So it's likely your deep in the money call has gone up in value from where it was a week ago. I don't know what you paid for it. You could have bought this poor man covered call 3 months ago at a much higher price. I don't know. But at the moment, we're at 27.72 on the stock. And whichever in the money call you did buy, whichever one it is, it's higher value. He does say that they do expire tomorrow. My calls expire tomorrow. So you're up on the call. One way or another, you're ahead on the call. Okay. It may or may not have compensated you overall for how the stock has done in the last month. But 3 months ago, Here's the chart for the last 90 days on HBQ. They were up here. The stocks, the shares were up here. And the high level there was $35, $33, $34, in that neighborhood. Now, if you bought an in-the-money call, say a 25, you may have paid $1,000 for this call. As of right now, your $25 call has a $276 book value. If you have a $20 call, again, I don't know which one you got. You got a $20 call, it's worth $776 today. Where a week ago the shares were at $24.69. We've gained $3 in a week on the value of the stock, which means your in the money call is $3 more valuable than a week ago. So did you go from 10 value or 12 value to 400 in value, and now you're at 700 in value? Like, that's possible. If you can do a roll over now where you can roll to a 26 and bring in more cash, that's a win right there. And if that has to be a January 20th contract, so be it. If you can do it with a December 16 contract, so be it. A $26 contract for December is $254 to $274. It's probably a break even. My quotes are 10 minutes delayed. So, don't quote me to the penny. I'm probably off the mark, but it's likely that you would buy back your 25 and write a 26 into December for the same money, moving up $1 on the contract and allowing the stock to just keep on going. That's okay. The shares want to go to $29 in the next few days on this continual run up. You don't mind, because your deep in the money call will be $1.50 more valuable again. And these calls you will buy back going forward, and you will start looking to write 27s in January or February. You'll just roll forward with the stock. Now, if the shares don't go up next week, you've made this move from 25s to 26s, you broke even on the trade, and the shares back off $1.50 next week to 25.20, you've got an out of the money contract all of a sudden, don't you? That call of yours that you wrote for 275, 280, whatever you're going to get for it now, won't be worth that much money. It'll be trading for probably $1 less, $1.10 less. Your in the money call went down too, but so did this contract. And it's worthless. If it's a 27 or a 26, it has virtually no value or very little value left to it. It's got a lot of shrinkage in front of it here that is coming into your pocket. So you're always writing, always writing, always writing, and repositioning. Okay. It's up to you how you want to do it today. You have to do something between today and tomorrow. You're not going to get any more discounts on the call. You're going to pay book value to get it back. Pretty well, most likely, you'll pay book value to get it back. Then you'll write the new one at the same price or higher, 10 cents higher, 20, 30, 40, depending how far out you want to go. But if you can get more money for a call and move up $2 in strike, that's a big win. 40 cents more in money and $2 more in premium. That's a $240 gain per contract. That's a good move, a very good move. And it's just a move for today. It's just a solution for today. We'll deal with tomorrow when it comes. Next week, Thursday, Friday, the week Thursday, Friday after that, we'll deal with it again. Whatever the stock tells us it wants to do, you'll react. Okay? Okay. I hope we're doing okay. Now, Susan, asking me about looking at charts and stuff. I look at charts occasionally. But to be very honest with you, Susan, I have absolutely no time to study charts. And I don't have the endurance. I'm just too exhausted following the markets as I do, following all the activities going on in the planet, noting that the Dow is up 487 right now. Like, I'm watching all this other stuff, and I just don't have the time to zero in. But again, you can and you could study charts as an add-on. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. But I let the stock tell me what it's going to do. And that's all it is. I bring it down to the simplest level. I try not to overthink it. I really try not to. I do know there's a lot to think about. No doubt about that. But when it comes to option suggestions and writing and buying back and rolling over. I let the market tell me what the hell it's doing, because each stock is a different stock. The average is sometimes completely different than the stock. And so I just kind of go with the flow. I see now the Dow just hit 500 points for a gain. I don't have any good news why. The European market went up 0.75 of a percentage point in interest rates today. That's bad news over there. We're going to go up 0.75 of a point here in North America, USA, on Tuesday next week. That's bad news. Housing is going to continue to slump and get hurt. That's bad news. Layoffs of contractors and cabinet makers, framers, concrete guys. The construction side is going to get hit badly. Commercial real estate is going to get hit because they got to borrow money now at 8, 9, and 10% to build a skyscraper. There are no returns in skyscrapers right now for that. You can't make 25% profit on a skyscraper and pay 10% to your banker. Not going to happen. It's not there. So this market is in its bizarro world, but you got to let the stock tell you what to do. LL Bruce, I am number 163 on your thumbs ups today. We have been begging for thumbs ups all morning, and we're not getting them. You guys are not reacting to us. I must have said something wrong somewhere. But we do appreciate these thumbs ups. If you can give us one, we'd appreciate it. If you realize the strike price, you raise the strike price and bring a little more cash, it's a good thing, says Mirko. I agree. Even if you stay in the money, I agree. JR, oh yes, expires tomorrow. Deuce, Spire has been hanging in there the last month. I have no idea what to expect for their earnings. The other SPACs minus SoFi, I feel, are going south. Well, there's only one way to find out. Stick around for the show. We'll see what's going on. I'll be here for that. Alberto, this is what I keep saying. Who else will answer our questions as he does for 10 to 25 bucks a month membership fee? Nobody. That's true. That's true. I think about this all the time, that, I'm proud of it for you, that you can ask me whatever you want during this live trading time, and I'll do the best I can, give you my opinion on it, but you got to decide whether you like it or not. Uncle Bruce. Lame Duck asks, my Tesla is expiring tomorrow of $212.50. Should I wait until tomorrow or roll over or now, later today? I've been afraid that I get exercise tonight and I lose the upside. Do a rollover now. Stock's at 226. Check out what it'll cost you to buy your call back. It should cost you around, 14, 15, 16 bucks. There might be $1 premium or so on it, give or take. I don't know for sure. It's a 212. The stock's 226. So, you're barely 14 in the money. Okay. So it's a 14, 15, $16 contract. Now, what contract can you write that'll bring you more than $16? Can you write a contract that'll bring you 20? Could you write a contract on Tesla that has a 220 expiry exercise price up here? Can you write a contract for December or January with a 225 exercise price, a 230 exercise price? I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm not looking at an option chain. You are looking at the option chain. That's your job. This is your gig now. Find an option a month out, 2 months out, or 3 months out, somewhere in that time frame that you can raise your strike price and bring in more money than it's going to cost you to buy this call back. Can you find 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't know how many you're doing, but that's what I want to hear from you. I want you telling me, I bought mine back for so much, I sold this one for that much, I just added this much money to my account, and I moved up $1,000 a contract in strike price. Because that's the other side of this market where you're making the dough. You want to be exercised? Be exercised at 225. Don't be exercised at 212.50. Okay? Get to work, Lame Duck. Keep me posted, buddy. Keep me posted. JR, I have a January 17, 2025. I got 10 contracts for $14.05 each. Those are down by $500 in total. I bought it 45 days ago. Okay, so you've got 10. January 17, 2025. You paid $14. Are those tens? JR. I don't see JR telling me what's the exercise price on these. Anyway, if you're down $500 in total, you're off 50 cents a contract. These are 1350 contracts. Is that what they're trading for right now, ballpark? If you got 1350 contracts, my guess is that you purchased what, 15? You purchased $10, $12 contracts, $13 contracts, 14s. I'm guessing. In any event, today we're up a little bit. Okay. I'm pretty sure the advice I've given you is going to work here. It's going to work very well. Okay. Mirko says, JR, you're going to be fine. Just keep writing. Your cost of the long call will be zero someday. You're going to get all that money out of it. This is why I'm here. Fun and games and sage advice when the fit, hits the whatever. First time rolling, and I thought I would have to do what Uncle Bruce just said, just making sure. Right on, Tiff. Susan, we have a chart analysis channel on the Discord where some member posts their findings. JR, thank you, Mercury. I expect as much. I'm just confirming. Matthew, this market was going to fall hard. This market's going to fall hard, says Matthew. Touchgrass, they're milking retail for as much as they can. Coyote, this whole year has been yet another eye-opening experience for me. That bagel's so good. Love those bagels. This whole year has been yet another eye-opening experience for me, sitting and watching most of humanity ignore all the issues and pretending everything is fine and normal. Swear, thanks for the show. You all enjoy the day. Thanks, Swear. Mirko, don't mention it. You'll get more comfortable the more you roll. There you go. Deuce, Caboose, it's because you offered to gently rent Jen. That's why, Christina, I like it. Tiff, JR, I'm in a similar situation with my HBQ calls. I'll roll into in the money calls today or tomorrow. Nick, Uncle Bruce, you keep telling us the reality of what's going on, but the market's doing something else. Does that not mean someone is manipulating it? It's possible, my friend. I know you're the king of manipulation theories. I hear you. The Credit Savage of Wall Street, Uncle Bruce, I sold a covered call for, is it Roblox? Sold a $30 call, January 24. I got paid $17.50. Now it's run up to 27. Should I roll over to 2025? Take advantage of the pop, or should I cross my arms 6 months? What do you think? Okay. So you wrote a 30 and you got $17.50. Now they're trading at 27. So the stock has gone up. Now you must have the stock or a deep in the money call on this thing, which is more than making up this gain for you. You're winning anyway. But if you do buy, this back, what would you write right away? Got it. Yeah, I mean, January 2024, you're out there, man. You are way out there. Roll to 2025 and take advantage of the pop. I don't know the stock. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know who they are, what exactly they're doing. I know it's an IPO from Wall Street's glory run 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. I got nothing for you on the stock. You got to look at the option chain yourself. Decide how you want to play this. If the contract is trading all book value, or much of it is, if much of it is book value and very little of it is time value, then take a look at rollover possibilities. But you have time on your hands here to do absolutely nothing. But hey, if you're afraid of getting exercise, if that's what you're worried about, well, then I would take a look at buying back these 30s and writing 40s. Go down the road and bring in as much cash as you can and step it up. See if that works for you. That's an idea. Anyway, lame duck, 1,400 to buy back. DQ, Yodi, for sure. That explains how 2008 happened and how it can happen again and again. The Granite Savage, Nick, you've already made up your mind. The market is rigged. The better question is, who's rigging it? Deuce, DQ, you've been buying any more SoFi? DQ, not yet, but I do need to average down. Lame duck, not worry about all rollover. I just don't want to lose and buy back the stock at a higher price. Nazareth, Nick, yes, the market is highly manipulated right now. Banks and governments are getting involved. Look at the plunge protection term. Plunge protection team in midterms. It's crazy right now. VIX is repressed. Lame duck. Tesla selling his stock Friday. Thought it might go down tomorrow. That would be Musk, I guess. Deep value. NASDAQ going positive. Coyote. When you learn how to roll and roll effectively, it's a game changer. Matthew, I'm so excited with my new option rights. I'm getting Chinese food tonight. Poo-poo platter all the way. There you go. Alberto, I shared the spreadsheet, but it's under constant one reply. I hope he can share. Laughing out loud. H. Gregory, Uncle Bruce, how is IBM consistently able to shoot back up when the market sucks? They're a cash-making machine, but IBM has been shining a light in my portfolio. Alberto Gayotti, absolutely. Roll when it makes sense, not at our cost for sure. Time depreciation rollover values need to make sense. Deep value, 1,000 point gain on the Dow today. We're up 526. Mirko, Alberto, I'm guessing Tiff could put it on the right section of the Discord. He's a master Discord man. JR, there are strike 15s. There are strike 15s. Okay, Alberto, Mirko just sent and posted on the general chat. Deuce, Twitter wants to get into fintech game. Musk wanted PayPal to do what SoFi is doing now. There was an interview we did several years ago discussing it. Well, there you go. We'll see what happens. We're up 529 on the Dow. We're up 24 on S&P. We're down 4 on NASDAQ. No idea why this is doing what it's doing. I have no idea why. There's no justification for this move, but it is doing what it's doing. JR, yes, 1350s, and they are $15 strike. Got it. The Credit Savage of Wall Street. I bought the Roblex. I bought the Roblex stock at 20. I want to get exercised at 30. It's all profit for me. I have no problem folding my arms for 6 months. It mixes in time value and book value, just picking your brain. Look, you can move up. If the stock has moved up nicely, then move up to a $5 higher strike and take more money off the table, or as much as if you want. But I think if you want to get exercised, you're going to have close-in contracts. You can't be looking at 2024s. You got to be sitting on 1 or 2 month contracts, but I don't know if that's worth your while. So otherwise, sit and wait. Nick, so till the election, we'll see the shenanigans of manipulation. Tiff, Mirko, Alberto, I'm on it. I'm on it right now, buddy. Okay. We've got 2 hours, 3 minutes into the show. Fabulous, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Got a lot going on as usual. We got GameStop at $25.77. We're up 35 cents today. Big time. I'm being facetious. Up 32 cents on GameStop. Nothing to get excited about here. The Dow's up 500, S&P up 22, NASDAQ up 565. Tomorrow is option expiry day. Oh, my. JR, I'm not worried about it. The 500, mostly just wondering about the expiring calls. I agree. I can see that your advice will work, though. Nazareth, the Credit Savage of Wall Street, if you want to get exercised, you want to cross your arms and wait, though. Alberto, Tiff, thank you. Credit Savage, I have no idea. Quick, Coyote, buy some Roblox so it goes down. There you go. Amazon still down 210. Netflix up $4. Tesla up 78 cents. Apple down 166. GameStop up 22 cents. That's it. SoFi down a couple of pennies at 552. HBQ down 9. Up 9. Pardon me. We're up 9 on HBQ. Rocket Lab up a dime. Moderna up 227. ME down 5.5 cents. Matterport down 1 penny. ATIP down 6 cents. Smart Rent down 4. Spire up a penny. Cyxtera down 3. AMC and Ape combined are up 18 cents. Bed Bath Beyond up 24. Pfizer down 17 cents. Boeing up 8.10. Cisco up 58 cents. Home Depot up 161. Carvana up a dime. Robinhood up 31 cents. Vanik down up $1.45. IBM up 90 to 135.91. Microsoft down 221 a share. Goldman up 560. Google down 140. Meta Platforms down $28.25 today. Twitter up 62. BlackBerry up 4.9 cents. Royal Caribbean down 17. Target up $2. JP Morgan up 130. Costco down $1. Walmart down 23 cents. Nvidia up $6. Disney up $1.70. American Airlines 14.28 up 27 cents. That's it. There it is. Got a 471 gain on the Dow for no good reason. You got to wonder, with all the promotion going on at the end of October, into November, we're going to start the tax loss selling season, and here come the sell orders. Maybe that's it. I would not be fooled going long in this market right now. I would not be just a going long guy, but there are people getting fooled big time. And there you have it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Let's see. Miraculous. Okay, I got back on GameStop November 18, $26 call for $189. I'll try practicing to be more patient. And Nazareth, ascending channel broke on SPY, making marking will go down now. Miraculous. I'm only a green belt in arm crossing. Nick, what is your take on the election results? If the Dems win, will the market go up or down? And if the Republicans win, what could happen? Let's hear you guys, gals, take on it. There you go. It's going to go down either way, says Michael. Nazareth, Nick, going down either way. It's about the Fed, which is partly pretty neutral. It could tank worse if the Reds get in, since the Fed and Biden might want to make them look bad. So down or down. Alberto, America, same except stink hit at 191. There you go. We're up 482 on the Dow Jones. There you go. I've made my position clear many times. We'll find out how it all works out. It's a wild, wild time in America, but it always is. So what are you going to do? Netflix up 269. Amazon down 282. Tesla down 32 cents. Apple down $2. GameStop up 14 cents. 25.56 it would appear. Let's get this refreshed over here. See if this changes anything. 25.56. I don't know if I'm getting an update here. Yeah, 25.56 up 14 cents. We were at 25.75, but we just gave up 20 cents a few minutes ago. 5.53 down a penny on SoFi. Okay, guys, there it is. Down 43 on NASDAQ. We're going red again. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you. Nice to have you here. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a morning session and say thank you. I'll be back at 3 o'clock Eastern time. We'll close out today together at 3 to 4. See where we go from here. Thank you all for hanging out with me this morning. Thank you for those of you who are subscribing to this channel, becoming members of this channel, making donations to this channel, buying the classes, setting up one-on-ones, whatever you want to do. I'm happy to help you out, and looking forward to seeing you, working with you, and try to make you richer. I'll do what I can to help you get richer. Okay, everybody? Okay, everybody. There it is. Thank you all. We've got a good crowd today. We did have thumbs ups today of 184. Could not hit 200 thumbs ups. That is disappointing. 185 are here. We needed 15 more to get to 200 today, and they're just not coming in. You guys are just not in the mood to hit the thumbs up button today. I guess we got to accept that. 163 people still here and 15 short of 200. Although we just got in a couple, we need 13 more. We got 187 here. I'll make that 189. I need 11 more thumbs ups. Are there 11 thumbs ups out there? Is that possible that there's 11 of you that could hit that button for me? 2 just did. 9 left to get. We might sneak in the back door here. 193. Now I need 7 more. 7 more thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. 193 have come in. And we need 7 more. Oh, 6 more. I got 194 now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 194 in the house. 196 in the house. 4 to go. Wendy and Sean, God is amazing. They are throwing in the thumbs ups like crazy. I need 3 more. I got 197 thumbs ups. Need 3 more. Oh, 199. I got 100 plus a Gretzky. I need 1 more, and we've got it. There it is. 201. Man, you guys bail me out. Thank you so much. Mirko, there you go. Beautiful stuff. Thank you, everybody. Zeta State, I was late. It was 194. 205 now are here. Thank you guys for 205 thumbs ups. Boom, says DQ. There you go. TJ says to Chris Savage, I worked with a woman who bought 5 acres of beachfront property in Panama for like $2,000. Never saw her again. Well, there you go. Nick, I won't be here in the afternoon session. I'm going to be traveling. Nick, travel safe, my friend. Travel well. And we'll talk to you tomorrow, buddy. Credit Savage. TJ, she's living in luxury, my friend. She's living in luxury on the beachfront. Thank you very much. We have 208 thumbs ups now. Thank you, everybody. There's only one thing I can do for this. All of that momentum to get 23 thumbs ups in 3 minutes from you wonderful people deserves neat emojis that get posted right here. Thank you all so much for helping out, being a part of this channel, being enthusiastic followers and members. I appreciate it so very much. I can only give you knee emojis like crazy. Neat from the Knights of Knee. Make a bunch of money out there, kids. Get richer, and get richer. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you, one. Thank you all. And I'll catch you a little later, okay? One more batch of knee emojis. There they are. Awesome sauce. 209 thumbs ups. Can you believe it? 209. Thank you, everybody. See you at 3 this afternoon. Bye for now.